Alright, it's Christopher Fox once again, and this is a Rick Fox assignment for Allie. And the name of the video is Why Are Things Creepy? And this is by vsause, and this was 10 years ago. Whew. Okay, let's check it out, yo. I know who vsause is, I just never watched any of his videos. It's all him and Filthy Frank's video, Human Cake.
Fear gives us life. Being afraid of the right things kept our ancestors alive.
It did?
It makes sense to be afraid of poisonous insects or hungry tigers. But what about fear when there is no clear and obvious danger? For instance, a teddy bear.
If any of you guys have the creeps and you do not want to come in my fucking room, man.
With a full set of human teeth.
Oh, is that Ted?
Or a smile.jpg. There's something
hell no.
off about these images. Too much mystery and strangeness. But no obvious threat the way there is with a gun or a falling rock.
Because they're just fucking pictures and shit, man. There's a difference.
Yet they still incite fear because they are creepy. But why? What gives us the creeps? What causes something to be creepy?
Watching a horror movie in the dark when there's nobody else around?
We are now in my bedroom.
Okay, you just transported to another location, okay.
Like a lot of children my age, I was terrified of scary stories to tell in the dark.
I love that book. I have 2 books of those.
Was The Curse of the Squirrel. To this day,
I never heard of that
still
book.
Haven't finished the book, but that's just me. Psychologist James Geer developed the Fear Survey Schedule 2, which he used to find out what scared us the most. Combined with the results of a more recent Gallup poll, these are the things that scare most of us.
Suffocation, failing a test, injury of a loved one, death of a loved one, and yeah, that one. Your own death, yes. Being self-conscious, not being a success. Snakes. Moon Megan, I can't read that. Nuclear war, sneaking out. Looking for is terrorist attacks, spiders. I fucking hate spiders. War, making mistakes, the future, being alone, criminal or gang violence. Yeah.
The most. All of these things are scary, but are they creepy? Let's get more specific. I love the way Stephen King delineates 3 types of scary stuff. The first is the gross out.
Yeah.
This is something disgusting, morbid, diseased. The second is horror. Horror to King is the unnatural, a giant spider, or being grabbed in the dark when you thought you were alone.
Yeah,
The third,
that is creepy.
Terror is different, creepier. He says terror is coming home to find
fuck that
everything
picture.
that you own has been replaced with an exact copy. Terror is feeling something behind you. It's breath on your neck, knowing that you will be grabbed, but then turning around to find that there was never anything there in the first place.
Every cliche in a horror movie in a nutshell is what those jump scares, those cheap jump scares are. It's just what he just fucking said there.
Not a lot of research has been done on that feeling, the creeps. But many theories and ideas involve vagueness, ambiguity. For instance, masks and why clowns are creepy. Claude Lévi-Strauss wrote that the facial disguise temporarily
those are creepy.
eliminates from social intercourse the part of the body which reveals personal feelings and attitudes. Part of the reason even a neutral or happy mask can be creepy may have to do with ambiguity. A mask hides the true emotions and intentions of the person underneath. I don't know if the person wearing that mask is a threat or not.
Look like peanuts on their noses.
Vagueness is creepy when it comes to the human form. This is the famous uncanny valley.
Which is what you are.
Humanness. There's a zone where something can be almost entirely human, but off by just a little. Not so wrong that
What
it's
the
clearly fake or funny, or so good that it's indistinguishable. Instead, it's just
oh hell no.
troubling.
That's Megan's mommy right there.
The Uncanny Valley is wonderfly demonstrated by John Bergeron's Singing Androids.
I've
Watch
seen
these
this.
videos when you're alone.
These are creepy.
A similar uneasy feeling comes from Shay St. John, a character.
Yeah, I've heard of this
created
too,
by
the hand
California,
thing.
funny
Creepy
to
shit,
some,
man. That's just nightmare fuel.
To others.
That's what I just fucking said, nightmare
Uncanny
fuel.
humanoids, like all creepy things, straddle a line between two regions that we can understand and explain with language. Francis T. McAndrew and Sarah Cohnke describe being creeped out as an adaptive human response to the ambiguity of threats from others. Creepy things are kind of a threat, maybe, but they're also kind of not. So our brains don't know what to do. Some parts respond with fear, while other parts don't.
Where all these pictures are showing them, they're all creepy.
So instead of achieving a typical fear response, horror, we simply feel uneasy.
Oh hell no.
Terror.
Fuck.
Creeped out.
Oh fuck that shit.
Between the mountains of safety and danger, there is a valley of creepiness where the limits of our knowledge and trust and security aren't very clear. Will looking at this cause you to die 1 week later?
No, better not, man. I'll come after you if you curse me.
Maybe. That's the terror of ambiguity. We don't do well with ambiguity. When it involves our own intentions, it can make us lie. And when it involves danger, but no recognizable threat, it can make us think and feel some pretty weird things. Have you ever peered over a ledge, a railing, way high up? Like so
I don't like that.
Nervous and dizzy, and felt something pushing you, maybe even an urge to jump. Have you ever stood on a ledge with a loved one and realized that you could push them? It would be that easy.
That's murder, my guy. Don't. That's murder right there, what you were talking about.
You really could do it. And maybe you do want to do it. Or maybe it's just cognitive dissonance. The fact that your brain is having to deal with ambiguity. A recent study by Jennifer Hames at Florida State University dubbed this the high place phenomenon. When approaching a ledge and a dangerous drop, your survival instinct kicks in and you pull yourself away. But your balance and motor systems don't get it. Nothing is pushing you, and you don't normally fall or leap randomly. So what's going on? The part of your brain that processes intention might resolve this by determining that something must be pushing you, or that you might actually want to jump or push your friend, even if none of that is true.
That'd be murder.
Now, we're not done with ambiguity yet, because our language reflects the gray area of terror and creepiness. Take a look at the word terror itself. We have horrible and horrific, terrible and terrific. Why is that? Well, through history, we never really figured out what to call powerful experiences, because they're both. They are full of awe, awesome, and they are full of awe, awful. We need them to survive. We need fears and the creeps to understand our size, our weaknesses. But on the other hand, avoiding them is pretty great too. The creeps is a physical reminder that the...
That's why I wouldn't mind showing my kid, my little brother, certain scary movies like Goosebumps or Little Monsters or E.T., stuff like that. Then when he's like 18, maybe I'll show him a horror movie that's rated R. You know, it's how to get your kid into horror movies and have them... Because if you can't, I'm sure your kid's something at least mildly scary, then they won't understand how the world works. And they won't understand how to defend themselves from others. You know what I mean? It's just something I thought been thinking about lately a lot.
The world is vague and full of ambiguity, but that we are cunning, always trying to figure things out, but nonetheless fragile. Is that terrible or terrific? Well, it's both, which, as a creepy ghost would say, is kind of beautiful.
Okay then.
And as always, thanks for watching.
Hey, follow him on Twitter, bro. Yeah. That video was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, but I can understand why he was coming from. I mean, I've been thinking about that ledge thing he was talking about when you were sitting on a ledge and people, and you think about posting your friend, I'm like, fuck that. Yeah. That was a good video. I don't really watch stuff like this, like vsause, but I might check out his other videos if you guys want me to request. If you guys requesting more videos of vsause, let me know. I will definitely watch them. But yeah, my next review will be a review of a movie. I'm not sure which one yet because I haven't got requested for another movie, but that will come next. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Until next one. Peace out.